matter, Charlie?
Charlie, you keep on getting off over his head like that, you're going to end up spoiling him. Maybe we don't fall until tomorrow. Chico, unsaddle and put him up, will you?
Muy bien, senor.
Think you'll be up to it tomorrow, huh? You take it easy, Charlie. Linneman's just inside the tack room.
Oh, it's going to take some doing to break that animal.
He's a beauty, though. He's going to make a fine cutting horse.
Perdóname. Who do I talk to about the job?
I do the hiring. I'm Nick Barkley.
My name is Juan Molina, senor.
Glad to know you. What kind of work do you do?
Mostly I am a wrangler.
Can you break horses?
A little, senor.
Well, we got about 30 of them we got to iron out. How about that one over there? Like to show me what you can do?
See?
Hank, have Chico saddle up that horse again.
No saddle, please.
What?
Just a hackamore.
Chico! Let this man have a try at that horse. And no saddle, just a hackamore. He's riding him.
He's all yours, amigo. Puede suerte.
Quiet. Quiet. Shh. I'm your friend. Easy. Easy. I'm not going to hurt you. Easy. Bueno, caballito. Smell. Smell. Huh? See. See.
What's he doing?
Looks to me like he's trying to break him Indian style.
Looks like.
Heard about it, never seen it done.
How are you now, my beautiful friend, huh?
Have you ever seen anyone break a horse like that?
Si, señorita. Once. A long time ago. But that man, he is dead now. Or so people say.
Mother, I wish you'd been here earlier. I've never seen anything like it.
What?
Breaking a horse Indian style.
Oh?
Well, now, where'd you ever learn to bust a bronc like that?
From an uncle who learning from the Comanches, senor.
Ah. Oh, Mother. Mother, this is Juan Molino. This is my mother, Miss Bartley.
How do you do, Mr. Molino?
I am honored, senora.
And my sister Audrey.
How do you do? You were wonderful with the horse.
Gracias, señorita. Muchas gracias.
You really missed something, senora.
So I heard. Perhaps you'll give me an opportunity to see you at work some other time.
It will be my privilege, senora.
If you want the job, you got it. It pays 40 in beans. You can start right now if you like.
Gracias, senora. But first, I must pick up some gear I left in Stockton.
Well, you can start as soon as you get back. How's that?
Muchas gracias.
De nada.
Mucho gusto, señora. Take good care of this horse, amigo.
Muy bien.
Hasta la vista, señorita.
Benito, I'm going to take this to the dressmaker. I'll meet you back here.
Muy bien, señorita.
Oh, excuse me, honey. Been shopping, huh? Now, that ain't very polite.
Let's go.
How's about thanking me by having a drink with my friend Pete?
Said, let's go.
We could have a real good time.
The lady alone, senores. Let her go.
You'd better mind your own business.
I am going to tell you only once more. Let You're forgetting something, senores. Apologize to the señorita. Apologize, senores.
Sorry, miss.
Benito, would you please take this to the dressmakers for me?
Seguro, come on home.
Thank you. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along.
I'm very happy I was here, señorita.
Apparently, you're as good with the gun as you are with horses.
I much prefer horses, señorita. Now that you are all right, I will...
I'd like to ask a favor of you.
Of course, señorita. Anything.
I have a horse. His name is Ladino. He's a...
Ladino? The one who went wild?
Yes. Well, he was foaled on our ranch, but he got away and ran with a herd of wild horses until my brothers caught him. His bloodline goes back to a horse named Steel Dust.
Steel Dust?
Well, you've heard of him?
Anyone who's heard anything about horses has heard of Steel Dust, señorita.
Well, I want to make Ladino even more famous than Steel Dust. We could start by entering him at the state fair.
We?
Well, that's the favor I was going to ask you. Could you help me break and train him?
Of course, señorita. It's a great honor. But perhaps your brothers...
It's all right with my brothers.
Well, when do we start?
Tomorrow?
Muy bien.
Thank you, Juan.
Thank you, señorita.
Hey, you guys leave some of that time for me, huh?
Have a good time, boys. Ay, Chihuahua.
What the devil happened to you?
Look pretty good, huh?
Good, you look beautiful.
Hey, he had a bath, too. No me digas.
Where do I sleep?
Ahí, amigo.
Say, we heard about you stopping those two fellows and bothering Miss Audrey. Benito told us.
They were drunk.
Still, I would like to have seen it. Pow!
How about riding into town with us?
No, gracias. I've done too much riding for one day. As soon as I take care of my horse, I go to sleep.
Going to sleep?
Guy that goes to bed on Saturday night? How do you figure that? I'll see you later.
Take care of the girls for me.
All of them.
Did you see it?
See what?
That scar. The scar on the right cheek.
Well, what about it?
He had one, just like that.
Who?
And he could break in a horse, Indian style. And handle a gun, just like I was a part of himself. It's been 15 years. The man changes. But I know it's him.
Who are you talking about?
Joaquin.
Joaquin?
Joaquin Murrieta.
I thought you'd gone stalking with the others.
I came back.
Well, then go to bed.
I came back to talk to you.
What about?
You don't remember me. But I knew you in San Andreas. I worked in the cantina. First time I saw you was right after those gringos had killed your wife. The night you swore that you would kill them, every man who had touched her. And when gringos hanged your brother, Elena Santos came to live with my sister.
What are you talking about?
You remember Elena. She loved your brother very much. Elena, she still works in San Andreas in the cantina. And
Look, old man, you've got me mixed up with somebody else. I've never been in San Andreas, and I've never been married and have no brothers. And I don't know anybody named Elena.
You do not have to worry. The gringos, they will never suspect who you are. They want to believe Joaquin Murrieta is dead.
Joaquin Murrieta?
We have been waiting for you. Hundreds of us. We knew you would come back someday. Hombres from all over, ready to ride with you again.
What's the matter with you, huh? You had too much tequila, huh? Joaquin Murrieta is dead.
No.
He's been dead for many years. The gringos killed him.
You are Joaquin.
Listen to me, old man. You're wrong. I am not Joaquin. Do you understand? Do you? Put out the light.
I brought us some lemonade.
Oh, gracias, señorita.
To you and Ladina.
You were right, señorita. He's a beautiful animal. Watching him, I almost wish we didn't have to take his freedom from him. But then...
Then?
But then I remembered he belongs to you, and what does a lucky horse like that have to complain about? Señorita, soon it'll be El Cinco de Mayo and the big fiesta to celebrate it. Will you be going?
Probably.
Well, then, perhaps I will see you there. And you will do me the honor of having a dance with me.
Are you a good dancer?
Well, I don't like to boast.
Well, maybe we could have more than one dance. Shall we get to work?
Sí. Enseguida.
Hi.
Well, look at you.
Heath.
Sorry. Well, he looks like he's been harnessed all of his life.
Whose horse is that?
I don't know. Maybe we better take a look. Oh, Heath.
Señores, señorita.
Dead. I was coming from the south pasture. I found him like that. His horse must have thrown him.
Heath?
Yeah.
Well, we better get the wagon, get him on back to town.
A man works for us for 5 years and we know nothing about it.
Here's something. Why do you suppose he's kept this after all these years?
I remember talking to him once about Murrieta. To Benita and a lot of others, Murrieta was a hero, a sort of a Robin Hood, avenging all the wrongs done to himself and his people. And it's a strange thing. Benita never believed it was Murrieta who was killed in Priest Valley.
What do you think?
I don't know. I never gave it enough thought to have an opinion. Well, I'll go up in the attic and see if I can find something to put these things in.
Oh, excuse me, señorita.
Oh, Juan, you don't have to go. Mother and I are just going through Benito's things to see if we can find the name of someone to notify. We found this in his Bible. Seems as though Benito didn't believe Joaquin was ever killed.
Benito was an old man, señorita. And things got mixed up in his head. Joaquin was struck down like an animal. And like an animal, his head was cut off by the gringos and put in display like a trophy of the hunt.
Horrible.
Horrible? Why horrible, señorita? Joaquin was a thief and a killer. No matter that he stole and killed only after the gringos had attacked and murdered his wife. After all, why should Joaquin have had any feelings? He was just another greaser.
Don't use that word.
I am sorry.
Nobody on this ranch is considered any better or worse than anyone else.
Please, accept my apologies.
Good evening, Fred.
Evening, Victoria.
Come in.
I'm sorry to bother you this time of night, but there is something I would like to talk to you about.
Of course, what is it?
That's a telegram Benita sent this morning, addressed to a woman named Elena Santos over in San Andreas. Now, all it says is El Patrio is alive.
El Patrio. The Patriot.
Yeah. Mean anything to you?
Well, if I remember correctly, that's what some of Murrieta's friends used to call him. Oh, surely you don't think Murrieta's still alive.
Well, not exactly, but Elena Santos did know Joaquin. She was the girlfriend of Murrieta's brother, Claudio. Until I read this telegram, I had no reason to believe that Benito hadn't been killed in a fall from his horse.
But now you do.
Well, not necessarily, but Doc Morar says he could have been killed by a blow from the butt of a rifle or something like that, so I just thought I ought to have a talk with the vaquero who found Benito's body.
Juan Molina, why?
Well, Victoria, suppose Molina really is Murrieta. He'd want to keep that a secret, wouldn't he?
And you think Juan killed Benito because Benito found out who he was?
It's possible, isn't it?
Oh, now, Fred, aren't you reaching for something way out on the end of a limb?
Nick, there are a lot of important people who don't believe that was really Murrieta that Captain Love and his Rangers killed.
But the state paid Captain Love and his Rangers the reward.
Wells Fargo refused to pay the reward it had posted, and so did most of the other banks. Now, I would like to have a talk with Juan Molina.
All right, come on.
Hey, Molina, we could use some fresh money in this game.
I gave up gambling a long time ago.
Juan.
Si, senor.
Will you step out here a minute, please?
Juan Molina? It's Sheriff Madden. He wants to ask you a few questions.
What do you want to know?
The name Elena Santos mean anything to you? Benito sent her a telegram telling her that Joaquin Murrieta is alive.
So, what does that have to do with me, senores?
You lived all your life in the galleys, huh?
See? What are you saying, then? You think I'm Joaquin Murrieta?
No, I'm not too sure. I know what the sheriff's saying, Juan.
I want to know why Benito sent this
Oh,
telegram.
Fred, Benito's an old man. He was imagining things.
Maybe.
Sheriff, to all North Americanos, Joaquin Murrieta was a bandido and a murderer. And that is true. But Why, senores? Huh? What made him what he was? His brother was lynched for a crime he did not commit. His wife was attacked and killed. And not by one man, but by 13 filthy, drunken gringos. Rosita was only 17, senores. And she was so beautiful. But not after those swines were through with her. And then they stomped and beat Joaquin and left him for dead. But he would not die. A bandido, a murderer. He was much more than that to me, senores. He was a man who fought back for himself, for Rosita, for his people. You flatter me if you think I am Joaquin. It is an honor to be mistaken for him. But that is what it is, senores. A mistake. I'm not Joaquin Murrieta.
Supposed to be riding fence today?
Yeah.
Forget it. I want you to pull the Mustangs out of Shadow Canyon.
All right.
Juan Molina will give you a hand.
Molina?
That's right. Something the matter?
Yeah.
Well?
I know why the sheriff was out here last night, Nick. All the men do.
Go on.
Well, I ain't talking for nobody but myself.
Will you get to the point, Hank?
The point is, I think you ought to get rid of him.
Fire him.
Yeah.
What for?
Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but I thought something was funny about Molina right from the start. He stays to himself. He don't talk. He won't go to town.
So what does that prove?
Maybe nothing, maybe a lot. But if the sheriff thinks maybe he's Joaquin Murrieta, that's good enough for me.
Well, it's not good enough for me. And no one, you or anyone else, is going to tell me who I can hire and who I can fire. Now, you get to work.
I'm not going to work with Molina. And I'm not going to live in the same bunkhouse with him. I saw what Murrieta did to some men once up in Spanish Flats. He went kill crazy just like that. And well, it wasn't very pretty, Nick. And the same thing could happen around here.
That is, if he is Murrieta.
I've been with you a long time. But if that guy Molina stays, I go.
Well, looks like I came by just in time to wish you adios. Now you get your gear and get out of here. Oh, and if you bump into anyone else that feels the same way you do, you tell them to come by the house. I got their pay waiting for them, too.
Buenos días, señorita.
Good morning, Juan.
You're not going to ride Ladino this morning, señorita?
No, I have some errands to do in town. I'd like you to drive me. Would you get the buggy, please?
Bien. Señorita, perhaps it would be better if one of the other men would drive it to town.
I asked you.
But there is so much talk.
I know all about the talk. Hank Mitchell has spread most of it out of spite because Nick fired him.
But people believe it.
But then they're fools.
You're not afraid of me, señorita?
Do I have any reason to be?
No.
Then will you get the buggy, please?
Muy bien.
You going to town?
Yes, I've asked Juan to drive me.
Oh?
Yes, I want to show the people in town that we don't believe the suspicion about him. Oh, it is all right, isn't it?
You bet it's all right.
Morning, Victoria.
Sheriff?
Audra.
Good morning.
Miss Santos, this is Mrs. Barkley and her daughter, Audra. This is Elena Santos, the lady that Benito Flores sent the telegram to. She just got in on the stage from San Andres.
What brings you to Stockton, Miss Santos?
The sheriff.
I sent her a letter, asked her to come over and take a look at that vaquero of yours. I trust that's all right with you?
As a matter of fact, it is not all right with me, Sheriff. However, I can't speak for one. Audra, would you get him, please?
I'm here, senora.
This is the man?
Well, Miss Santos?
No, this man is not Joaquin.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Look at him again.
I do not need to look at him again. I am sure he is not Murrieta.
A second ago, you weren't quite so sure.
But I am now.
Juan, would you get the buggy, please?
Victoria, take my advice and get rid of that hombre.
Mother, Juan isn't Murrieta. I know that. But I had a feeling that woman was lying.
So did I, Audra. So did I.
He is Joaquin.
Juan?
Si, senor.
We have about 3 Mustangs need breaking. Think maybe we can get to it tomorrow?
Si, senor.
Here you had another visit from the sheriff yesterday.
He brought a woman called Elena Santos.
Yeah, I know. Audra told me all about it. We'll be going down to Mexico in a few weeks to buy some cattle. Think maybe we can have those broncs ready for the remuda?
Seguro, senor. ¿Cómo no?
We'll be trailing the herd back through your hometown. I always like to stop in the gallows myself to see a friend of mine. The alcalde, you know.
Si, Luciano Tejada.
Yeah. Fine ranch he has down there. El Rancho Cañada de San Miguel.
San Antonio. So now you started wondering about me, too, eh, senor?
No, just checking.
May I ask a question, senor?
Go ahead.
What if you knew that I was Joaquin Murrieta? And what if you knew that for 15 years I had been drifting from one place to another, working as a vaquero, and not wanting anything except to live in peace? If you knew that, senor, what would you do? Would you turn me over to the sheriff? But why, senor? Why would it be so important for you to see me hanged after all these years?
Are you telling me you're Murrieta?
No, senor. But now that you've started wondering about me, you won't stop.
Oye, amigo.
Dígame.
There was an hombre here looking for you.
¿Quién?
I never saw him before. He left a note for you on your bunk.
Gracias.
De nada. This way.
What is that game?
It's not a game. I am looking into your future.
What does it say?
Cards see you riding at the head of a large band of caballeros. They see you and your men raiding the ranches of the gringos, stealing their cattle and their horses. They see you robbing their banks and their stagecoaches and their trains. The cards see Joaquin Murrieta, alive.
The cards are wrong.
You are here.
I am Juan Molina.
And that names mean nothing to the cards. They know the truth. The people know the truth. Go out to the bar. Look into the eyes of the young hombres. Walk the streets, Joaquin. See how the people stare. They know. El Patrio is alive. Benito said it. And somebody hurt him and that made it true. You cannot change that. It is Ado.
I don't believe in fate. Put your cards away, señorita. Joaquin is dead.
Hasta luego, Joaquin.
No.
Well? He will be back. You will ride with him. You and many more.
Hold it. We've been waiting for you. He and my friend are going to take you somewhere and learn you some manners. Now get down from that horse. Apprendi? Sure you do. Last time we met, you talked pretty good.
Yeah, and just in case them stories we've been hearing about you are true, we're gonna drop your head off right in front of the sheriff's office.
Now get out!
What do you want?
You know why the sheriff is here?
Yes.
The man with him is lying, señorita. I would be hanged. I will be hanged unless you help me.
How?
Tell the sheriff I didn't kill the man. Tell him I couldn't have killed him. So it will be your word against that hombres. And you will be the one the sheriff will believe.
I don't understand. How could I tell the sheriff that you...
Señorita, you could tell him that after you came to your room tonight, you slipped out to meet me. Why don't you say that we were together until a few minutes ago?
You're not serious.
Señorita, please.
No.
My life is at stake.
No.
Why, señorita? Because the reputation of a fine Anglo lady like yourself is more important than the life of a mestizo like myself.
I wouldn't tell such a story for anybody. Anybody!
So tell your brother to stop wondering about me. I am Joaquin.
Morning, Heath. Good morning, Harry. You're putting on weight. Morning, Mr. Coggins. I am remembering the name right. It is Coggins.
Yeah.
You know, my brothers and I, we've been looking all over town for you. I guess I just happened to be the lucky one. Funny thing happened last night. We were out hunting all over the ranch for Molina, or Marietta, or whoever he is. He was right there in the house having a little talk with my sister. Oh, maybe you remember Audra. Audra says Molina claims he killed your friend in self-defense.
Well, he's a liar.
Now, look, Heath, I don't want you breaking up the...
Now, Harry, this should cover all the damages.
I'm warning you, mister. You better leave me alone.
Again, you better give me the truth.
So the gringo has admitted he lied. What interest is that to me?
Well, I was hoping you'd know where Molina is.
Why should I know? That hombre means nothing to me.
Well, if you happen to see him, would you tell him he's in the clear?
If I see him. Joaquin, one of the Barclays, the one called Heath, was here looking for you.
What did he want?
He works with the sheriff. So do his brothers. He said he wants to be watching up front when they hang you. Everybody in Stockton is laughing at them, and they intend to make you pay for it. It is true. They want to see your head in a jar. Juan, they say you are Joaquin Murrieta.
How many men will ride with me tonight?
Tonight?
Against the Barclay Rancho. I tell you for the last time, go back to Stockton.
And I answer for the last time que no. I want to pick out some pretty clothes from the wardrobes of the senora and senorita.
No, you're staying here with the horses. The vaqueros were paid today. They will be in town. The Barclays have much wealth, and that is ours. But we leave the cattle, the horses, except for one, Ladino. And he is mine.
I think she'll be all right for the night. Let's go back to the house.
Molina.
Juan?
Molina, listen to me. He's got the truth out of that drifter. You're in the clear.
That trick don't work!
Cover me.
Don't be a fool, Molina. Give up. Nick, behind you.
Better get him in the house. Senores, don't let them cut off Joaquin's head this time.
Did he die as Joaquin Murrieta?
He just died, Miss Santos.
But he could have been Joaquin.
Meaning he wasn't?
I wanted him to be. And for a little while, he was. Even he believed it.
Why was that so important to you?
So he would help me. So he would help me pay you gringos back for what you did to Claudio, the man I loved.
15 years is a long time to hate.
It is also a long time for a woman to be without the man she loved.
killed him, Mother. All of us who doubted him.
I know.
I could have saved him.
Could you? I wonder